Hey guys, my name is Scott, and this is a demo of the Smok, I'm not sure how they really pronounce that, SMOK, Magneto. This is the Magneto, and show you what we got in the box here. Come on in, check it out.
Okay, so here's the Magneto, and this is the box that it comes in. Stainless steel version. And there's a little booklet here, kind of like a little manual. And that's what that looks like. And other than that, we've got our Magneto mod right here. I've had this for probably about 2 months now, and I've been getting some use out of it. You know, it was perfect when I got it. It's taken took a fall the other day outside. My concrete step outside had actually cracked and sent it onto the driveway, but you know, ended up okay. I got a tiny little scuff, but it ended up okay. So anyhow, let's take a look here. This is how we telescope it, and this is to vary the size. You know, if you want to go from a 350 to an 18650, and no problems at all with my 18350s with the you know, with the bump top or the nipple top. They fit just fine here. They fit perfect. And 18650 that I'm using is a flat top, so I can't say for the bump top on that one, but the flat top, excuse me, works just fine. And so here's where we get the battery out, and you know, and obviously to telescope it, this is about where you'll be just barely hiding the threads for a 650. That's about where you're going to be, right about there. And you know, it gets pretty tall, you know, with the 650. I've used it, but I don't really favor it for the 650. I like using it for the 350s if I want to, you know, if I'm in the mood to have a smaller mod on me. You know, I'll take a couple 350s with me because they don't last long at all. Now here's the top. And you know, it is adjustable. So here's the pin, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Here's the pin right there, and this is adjustable, and you can just go in there with your fingernail and get it, you know, unless you want to use a screwdriver. And that's one great thing about this is being adjustable. I haven't had any problems with that at all, you know, with my batteries and with all of my different drippers, atomizers, everything works great. I don't have one single one that hasn't worked on here. Now here's the switch, and this takes up a good amount of the space in here. You know, this whole entire unit, this is the switch housing, and this is where the contact happens. And these are repelling magnets. They actually want to repel each other, which is very cool about this. And here's the button right here. That's the way that works. And one thing you'll want to make sure that this gets a little loose sometimes. Now, I've got it pretty tight right now, but you know, as this does get loose, the switch gets loose and it gets a little wobbly on the bottom. You know, and it doesn't want to stand right. So, you know, that's one thing to pay attention to. And I have seen a couple of guys I've talked to have said they've actually gotten burned on this switch before. With, you know, I don't know if it just was just a slight enough gap and it was heating up. I don't really know enough about it to really tell you why it happened. But anyway, just kind of be mindful of that, and just make sure you've got, you know, that you've got this thing pretty tight. I had this ring actually fall off once, you know, over time using it. I think it was maybe 2 weeks after I'd bought it, and I was using it a lot back then. And this gold or brass ring, whatever this is, brass probably, fell off, and my switch fell apart in the car, and some pieces went down in between the seats. So that was kind of a pain. I didn't expect that one, but so ever since then I've been getting in here and making sure that this is nice and tight. So you'll want to do the same. And other than that, I don't really want to take it apart because it's just kind of a pain in the butt to get back together. Now, one really great thing about this from an engineering standpoint, and I wish everybody would follow this lead. Okay, so we screw the switch on, okay, and we're going to the right, turning to the right, twisting to the right, okay, and now once it's on all the way, to lock it, we turn this to the right to lock it, okay, and then we've got it locked, switch won't press. I think that's great. A lot of these switches that on some of my other mods, they actually twist to the left to lock it, which starts to unscrew the switch. It just doesn't make any sense. This makes total sense to me, and to unlock it, we've come back to the left, and I've come back all the way, and this isn't even loose, Now, if I want to unscrew it, I come further left. So it's just really, really well done from an engineering standpoint. This is how they should all do it. I have seen some really cool switches that pull, twist, and then that's extremely cool too. But if we're comparing to, say, like the turtle, the turtle ship mod, this is a nightmare. This thing, you've got to come back to the left and see. I'm already unscrewing the switch to do that. You've got to kind of pinch it, between your fingers to get it going, and then get the ring. It's just too. It's not even finesse that it requires. It almost requires a miracle to get that thing. So this is how it should be done, So take note, guys. This is the way to do it right here, the way they've done it. Or at least one of the best ways that I've seen. But yeah, other than that, these are the venting holes right here. And, this takes forever. This is the one thing that, the way this is threaded, this takes like a year to get going here. I can get it going a little fast right now, but I'm still, I'm going as fast as I pretty much can. And you can see I'm just about halfway there, or a little more than halfway. Get this battery in here. It goes right in there. And then we screw this part on. Bring this out a little bit more so I can kind of get a pinch on it here. So yeah, I mean, as brilliant as some of the engineering is in this thing, like with the switch is brilliant, when it comes to the repelling magnets, I think that is just out of this world. I mean, that's phenomenal. What a great idea. I think the locking mechanism, is I think that's great. To be able to twist it to the right. Genius, it's simple, I mean, simple, it's not that hard, but this is the one thing I wish they did some sort of, I think there's like I'm gonna get this wrong, but it's some kind of double threading you can do where, or I don't know the name for it, but where you can twist this and it's going to go a lot faster. I've seen some mods out there that they go a lot faster. So this is kind of a pain, this just takes forever to twist this thing. But other than that, I really don't have any other complaints. It's a little squeaky. Threads are a little bit squeaky, but they're not rough, though. I think they feel okay, especially for what I paid for this thing. It was cheap. I got it like 50% off. And I think I paid like $19 or something, so it was really a no-brainer. I mean, it was very cheap. Got it at Wild Bill's. In Allen Park, which is outside of Detroit. But yeah, this has just been it's so solid, the construction. I think that button is so cool. Not just the engineering of it, the design. I mean, I think that spider looks very cool on the bottom of that. That looks so sweet. I love the font, the Magneto font. I think that's great. And then, you know, I even like their font, the way they've got this here. I think that's a nice clean look with the box around it, or the rectangular. I think that looks great. You know, and you got the little wavy lines here, and then the way this is designed with the airflow. Just really well done, you guys. So yeah, I mean, overall, yeah, I can definitely recommend the Magneto. I think it's a great mod, and yeah, I definitely recommend it. The only con that I have, like I said, pretty much is just with the threading, that it just seems to take forever to unscrew it. But yeah. So anyhow, there she is, and we will zoom out here, and I'll be with you, and we'll vape it, and you know, just last thoughts. Actually, I want to show you a couple of. I'll put a couple of different atomizers on here. This is a winning combination right here. I think that looks fantastic right there. Now, for those of you that are wondering, you know, on this one, I did take there was a metal ring around here on the Prometheus, and I did take it off. Excuse me. I was having a problem with this, and I don't know if this is an ongoing issue that anyone else has had, but with the metal ring on here, this was just a little bit further apart, and I was getting leaks. So when I took that off, I got no more leaks. But anyhow, I think that's sharp. That's a great combo right there, and I'll show you a couple others here. Here's another really clean look, the Eris, which from a visual standpoint, this is one of my absolute favorites. It's not the best vape in the world, but it looks, I think that is just so sweet. You know, I think that's so attractive. And on the Magneto, I mean, that just looks that looks killer. I think that is just very cool. And here's the Origin, which Origin. This looks that looks great too. Yeah, you can't really go wrong with this mod. I mean, it just looks great with anything you throw at it. Patriot RDA. Yep, nothing wrong with that one. Yeah, I guess this is probably not one of my favorites, because this is a lot shinier than the Magneto, but that still looks good though. Yep, this is my that's my favorite RDA right there, the big block. That's not only a beauty, but one of the best one of the absolute best vapes that I've had. You know, this is one. This is a workhorse for me. That's gotten a lot of use, and continue to be that way. And why not try the Aqua? Aqua looks pretty good on there too. Not bad. Not bad at all. And we'll throw one more on there. Now this doesn't look bad either. I mean, even though this one steps down in size, there's a little bevel on here, and yeah, that looks pretty good, I think. Actually, that's not bad at all, man. That's pretty cool. I can't remember the name of this one. If you guys can think of it, help me out. You know, post that below if you can. I can't remember for the life of me what this one's called. But yeah, good luck there. So, all right, guys. Yeah, let's check it out.
Okay, back again. That was the Magneto, and I've got it right here with a sub-tank mini filled with 12 milligram Sugar Bear. Couldn't get that one out for some reason, but you know, sometimes it takes me a minute to remember. Anyhow, I wanted to show you guys something. I don't know if you know, if there's anyone that's been using the Turtle Ship mod clone out there. You know, for those of you that don't know exactly what this is it right here. It's got the I don't know if that's Japanese or Chinese. You know, I don't know what kind of lettering that is on there. But anyhow, this is a really cool mod. Here's the button. Might recognize. You know, one of the big issues that I've been having with this one, with the Sub-Tank Mini, is when I get the Sub-Tank Mini screwed onto here, after, you got to be really careful, because after, if it's been sitting on there for about a day, it locks on. I mean, locks onto it for some reason. And, you know, I've had to, you know, get this and, you know, get some pliers with a towel and really, you know, crank them away from each other. I use the towel so I don't get them all scratched up, but yeah, I mean, it just literally locks, and it happens every time. So, just a word of caution, you know, if, you know, I don't know why it does, if it's because they're, you know, it's such a flat surface. I really don't, I don't know, you know, I'm not sure as to the reason. I'm sure there's people out there that would know. And if you do, you know, it'd be a big help to post it. But anyhow, just, you know, take some care if you're using a Sub-Tank Mini with the Turtle Ship mod clone. Just take some care when you're putting it on. Don't put it on too tight, because it really it literally locks. I'm telling you, it locks down. Now, the reason I'm bringing that up in the Magneto review is because I haven't had any kind of issues like that with this one. This has been incredibly easy to deal with, but you know, there's quite a bit of you know, little shapes and, you know, the you know, the airways or whatever, you know, and it kind of domes a little bit. So, you know, and it's a lot more it's more well made than the Turtle Ship mod. This Magneto it's really well made. This is you know, for what I paid for it, it's just been really great quality. You know, as you see in the close up. But anyhow, let's give her a vape here. Oh, get a little lower. So yeah, it's great. You know, now, you know, some of the one of the downsides of this is, you know, I'm using it right now with a you know, with a 350 18350, but one of the downsides, you know, if you want to use a 650 with this thing takes forever to even to change batteries. This takes forever to it's telescopic, so to telescope it, I guess you would say. You know, now that didn't seem too bad just now, but you know, when after you've been using it for a while, it does get to be a little bit of a drag how long it takes to. See, I'll just give you an idea here, okay? So, got the battery in. Here we go. Ready? Okay, get that on there. Okay, here we go. Still going. Still going. Still going. Made it. Okay. So it takes a long time, and then you know, there's a faster way to change the battery out. We can unscrew it to about this far, and then we can unscrew the top, so you can get the base off of it and change the battery out that way, and that's a lot faster. You know, I don't really like using 350s that much. They just don't last long enough for me. I usually got to bring a couple of them with me if I'm going somewhere, but you know, and I'm not a huge. I'm just not a fan of this in its extended form. You know, for a 650. It just, I don't know, it just seems really large to me when it's completely extended. You know, when you compare it to something like the Turtle Ship This is currently holding a 650. So I'll just give you a quick comparison in the size difference. If we extend this one out, we'll extend the as you see, we're, you know, and I've seen some telescopic mods where, you know, they actually do something with the threading where, I don't know if they call it like a double threading or what it is, where, you know, where you can unscrew these things really fast. I've seen a couple like that, and that's pretty cool, you know. So yeah, there's a bit of a size difference there, you know. If I take, here, I'll take the tank off of there so you can see. So this is about the size difference, you know, for if you're getting set up for an 18650. And a lot of that is because of the switch, you know, and it's a very cool switch. The whole idea of the repelling magnets, I love it. I love that. I think that's a great idea. Works beautifully. I've never had any issues with it. It's a very cool looking switch, by the way, with the with Spidey on there. But yeah, it's just it's really big though, you know. And once you get the you know, once you get your tank on there, it just seems pretty big, you know. And once you start getting too big, it starts to just get kind of top heavy, you know. And if it starts rocking on, you know, if you got it sitting on a table or a speaker or something or a dash, it you know, just a little bit of rocking and it's going to tip over pretty easily. So I'm not a huge fan of the Magneto using it with a 650. And since I do love the mod, you know, there are times where I will take a couple of 350s with me because it's just so cool. And you know, the construction's very solid. They did a great job on this as far as the design. I think the design's great. I love the font that they used. You know, for the Magneto, which you know, you can see that in the close-up. You know, I love the font and everything they use for their logo. You know, I think it's an incredibly cool looking mod. It caught my eye extremely fast when I was at the store one day. Boy, what was that, about maybe 2 months ago? You know, and I saw it in the case, and it was like a 50% off deal too at Wild Bill's. That's one cool thing. I don't know if you got Wild Bill's near you where you're living, but we've got a lot of them here in Detroit, and there's a few. There's one that's you know, just minutes from my house, and they do all kinds of 50% off deals. So you know, it's like if you're in the area, check out Wild Bill's on Wayne Road and Ford. And really nice guys in there, working in there, and they've got a lot of stuff 50% off, which is really cool. So check that out. And but anyway, yeah. So I really, you know, I love the design of it. You know, we've got the holes for venting if, you know, if your battery fails. You know, but the main con that I really, you know, the main complaint that I have is just takes forever to telescope this thing. Now, I have heard of some people burning their fingers on this switch too. It's never happened to me before, but you know, I've heard you know, there's if you get I don't know why it happened, if there's just enough of a gap where it was really heating up, and a couple of people have burned their fingers on that. So just take some care with that, you know. And you'll notice if the switch is getting loose, it does tend to get a little more wobbly. And you can open this up and tighten it up, which you know, you saw in the close-up. So you know, it's recommended to check that out. I recommend checking that out every now and then just to make sure your switch is nice and tight. So anyhow, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Please subscribe to my channel, you know, and I wish you guys all the best, you know, and thanks for coming by, and have a great one.